Dear students, it is the fourth video for week 12, lesson 24, and in this video we are going to talk about recent major disasters in Pakistan. Briefly, the major disasters in Pakistan in the most recent decade: Hindu Kush earthquake in October 2015, flood July 2015, flood September 2014, Avaran earthquake Balochistan September 2013, flood August 2013, flood September 2012, flood August and September 2011, flood July 2010, and lastly the mega hit, the earthquake 2005. Well, the earthquake 2015 was with the magnitude of 8.1, and it struck South Asia on 26th October 2015, and the epicenter for this earthquake was Hindu Kush region, 45 kilometers north of the mount and Afghanistan, and it was in the Hindu Kush in Afghanistan, and its depth was 193 kilometers. Clear? After the shock of 5.3 magnitude, it continued almost for 40 minutes, and mobile services were choked for several hours, and roads were damaged. Fine. Well, flood 2015, it affected most of the areas of Pakistan, and glacial lake overflow in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to the statistics, the total loss of lives was 238 people, 232 people injured, 4,111 villages were affected, 1.6 million population got affected. Flood 2014. This heavy flood happened in September 2014, and it covered almost all the regions of Azad Kashmir, Punjab, Gilgit-Baltistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and it extended later on to the provinces of the Sindh. According to NDMA, total 367 people died, 673 injured, 2.5 million people were affected, and 2.4 million square kilometers area was under the water, and it destroyed the crops. Avaran earthquake 2013. This was one of the also severe shocks with the magnitude of 7.7 on the Richter scale, and it occurred 66 kilometers in 41 miles northeast of the Avaran. It's a area in Balochistan, and it destroyed many of the areas of the Balochistan, and according to the NDMA, 386 people died, 816 people injured, 46,756 houses were demolished. Flood August 2013. It triggered through the water came down from the mountains. Azad Jammu and Kashmir was badly affected. According to the national NDMA, total 333 people died, 173 people injured, 1.5 million population was directly affected. Fine. Flood September 2012. It began in early September 2012, and heavy rains, monsoon rains, caused this flood. The areas Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Upper Sindh, Southern Punjab, and Balochistan regions of Pakistan were worst affected. Fine. And the statistics: total 571 people died, 2,902 people were injured, 6,36,438 houses were damaged, 4.8 million population was affected, and the crop affected area was counted as 1.2 million approximately. Flood 2011. Flood 2011 was one of the worst floods also. 9 million population was affected. 2.3 million acre area was under the destruction. Well, dear students, you by one of the major disasters came to know that how these disasters has wrecked the infrastructure, precious lives, the economic development and policies which are going to happen. Clear, people had to lose jobs. Fine. Well, now what is the solution? Are there any solution? Are there any system existing in Pakistan to control these disasters? Yes. Like Japan, Pakistan has the 3-level administrative governance: National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, then PDMA, the Provincial Disasters Management Authority, and then under these are the DDMA, District Disaster Management Authorities. These are the 3 levels. And plus there are some traditional departments that were already working since inception of Pakistan and later on, like the flood warning systems and others. But one thing is clear, that unfortunately we were not prepared, and we still were not prepared until 2005. Most of our attention was focused on either war in India or the political and military engagements in Afghanistan and the related areas. Quite a less was focused on this enemy. 2005 was an eye-opener for us when the mega destruction hit and destroyed most of the infrastructure. Then Government of Pakistan in 2007 made the National Disaster Management System, in which at the federal level Prime Minister was the head, and the officials of the other provinces. They were also the members of the committee. Prime Minister is the head, and the other ministers are their members. The major objective of designing this National Disaster Management Commission in formally in between 2006 and 7 to take the emergency measures and to involve the maximum departments and utilize maximum resources to reduce the loss and save the people. Fine. So briefly, the main objectives of the National Disaster Management Commission were lay down policies on disaster risk management, approve the National Disaster Management Framework and Emergency Response Plan in case of severe emergencies, approve plans prepared by the ministries or divisions of the federal government in accordance with the National Framework Plan, lay down guidelines to be followed by federal and the provincial authorities, arrange awareness and the provision of funds for the risk reduction, preparedness, response and recovery measures, provide support to the other countries affected by the major disasters as may be determined by the federal government, take such other measures for risk reduction, preparedness, capacity buildings which the Commission thinks fit. Clear? Thereby legislation was made and Emergency Services Ordinance 2002, it was established fine long ago, and then the others. Fine. So these are the main and then the responsibilities of the National Disaster Management Authority: map all the hazards in the country and conduct risk analysis on the regular basis. Then these are the sub-departments under the Commission. Map all the hazards in the country and conduct risk analysis on the regular basis. Develop guidelines and standards for the national and provincial stakeholders regarding the role in disaster risk management. Fine. And similarly, we have other departments like Emergency Relief Cell, ERC, and the responsibilities of the ERC: develop policies and arrangement for procuring relief items on a fast track basis, procure relief items when needed, stockpile relief items in collaboration with national and provincial EOCs. Fine. Defense, Red Crescent and other stakeholders to collaborate with these departments, make arrangements for the receipt of the international assistance, make arrangement for the receipt of the international response. Fine. And then the Pakistan Meteorological Department. The Pakistan Meteorological Department basically assesses the environment and creates predictions and share this information about the weather, flood, winds, storms to the National Disaster Management, and National Disaster Management according to the plan shares with the people, and then it is circulated on media for the public. Clear? And then Federal Flood Commission, FFC, prepared flood protection plans for the country, review and approve the flood protection schemes prepared by the provincial governments and concerned federal agencies, and finally the Department of the Civil Defense, that is a very old one. In time of war, epidemics, emergencies, this system is prepared and they have resources and past experiences. In short, natural disasters along with other dogs of tension like war, ethnicity, uh, economical slowdown, loss of job is another problem that the country has to face. And this problem is often uncontrolled. Yes, by developing an effective system, we can decrease the loss of lives, property, and we can save the people from severe ailments born out of the floods and disasters. Thank you very much.